Question 6. There are 380 students in a sixth form. The students themselves are either in the upper sixth or they're in the lower sixth. We're told that the number of students in the upper sixth is 20 fewer than the number of students in the lower sixth. 2/5 of the upper sixth students study maths, 32% of the lower sixth students study maths. And we're trying to find the total number of students in the entire sixth form who study maths. First thing we need to deal with is figuring out how many students there are in the lower sixth and how many students there are in the upper sixth. Now there's two ways of doing this, or two main ways that jump into my head. 21 being 20 fewer from the other means they're quite close together in size. So us having this 380 students, we could just divide that by 2 to at least give us a number that's going to be roughly close to the amount that's in either of them. So if we assume, for example, in the upper and the lower, that we have 190 each to begin with, those two numbers add up to 380, but of course one is not 20 fewer than the other. What we can do to get that 20 fewer is if we add 20 to the lower, because it's got more students, the upper sixth is 20 fewer. So we add 10 to the lower and we take away 10 from the upper, we get the numbers 180 and 200. These two are 20 apart and they add up to 380. The other way of doing it is to create an equation where, for example, if we pick the upper sixth as being the letter U, and then the lower sixth as being a value compared to U, we can write the lower sixth as being U plus 20 because the lower sixth is bigger. Or vice versa, I could set this up in such a way that I pick the lower sixth as L, and then U being 20 less, upper sixth being 20 less, I could describe it as L minus 20. Either way, you can set up the following equation by adding these two things together and setting them equal to none other than the 380 that we started with. You then have an equation to solve. The two U's add together. If we take 20 away from both sides, we get 360. And then when we half both sides, we get 180, like so, for the upper sixth, which is our value here. We then add 20 in order to get the lower sixth, which is there. Either way, however you get your 180 and 200, you're ready to do the maths involving all of the other stuff here. So we start off by doing 2/5 of the upper, which is 180. So we're going to have 2/5 times 180, which will give us 72. We then have 32%, which is 0.32 times 200, which gives us 64. And in order to get our total, we add these together, giving us 136 students in total that study maths. Done.